I warm it up like Kane in his prime. Fuck with us, you insane in the mind. You cowards way out of line. Money talk, boy, you wasting my time. You don't wanna put the work in, you just wanna taste of the shine. We'll talk so it's hard.
You ain't did me wait a whole hour.
All right, what else have you guys watched, man? Want to talk decade?
Let's talk decade.
We got to talk decade, but he's been waiting. Been waiting.
Yeah, I've been waiting on me. I apologize. It's taking me a week to watch decade.
Oh, I haven't
It took me
rewatched
more
it.
than a week.
This guy hasn't watched it. You haven't? Yeah, you have. What are you talking about? You haven't watched it?
Rewatched it.
Oh, rewatched it. Well, that don't matter.
No, I've watched every battle multiple times by now.
Oh,
But,
okay. Well, I haven't, but
It took me a long time to get through it, as you guys know, of all the shit I've been having going on. So, but let's start at the bottom. Red Flag and Gambello, Joey Gambello.
that's another name I've been butchering. My bad.
Yeah,
But,
you're disrespectful. I'm telling you right now.
I had Red Flag, but I like Joey, man. I like him. You know, and that's not. I've seen both these guys before. One of them battled Quest McCody, and I think Joey did. And I've seen Red Flag before. I think Red Flag won 3-0 though. I think there's, when I say levels, I mean there's lower levels of levels. You know, like I'm not saying there's levels where Red Flag's just way, you know, like he's so that much better. But at the bottom tier, there's levels here, and you saw the difference between Red Flag and Joey. You know what I mean? Like they're not, or they're mid tiers already. No, they're not. So, you know, Joey has I like his flow, and I think he needs to just be more polished and get it together. And I think he'll figure it out. I think he got a bright future. But as far as like who would move up right after this, I would say let's get Red Flag, maybe another tier name, and we'll see how he does there. And Joey can just, you know, maybe get another one of these battles to continue to figure out what he's doing here. And because I believe even the battle with Quest McCody, he was really hot in that battle, but then I think he choked and he stumbled a lot. And I remember saying the same thing about him in that battle that I did in this battle. So I didn't see him progress since that battle. It just kind of stayed the same. So what did you guys think? Did you saw it multiple times? I only watched this once. So.
Visual?
I think I might have had the first debatable. It was close. And then Joey, Red Flag did good all 3 rounds. I think this was a test of his environment, being on a big card. And it kind of, like, for me, showed, like, some vulnerability. Being in that, the small fish in a big pond, where this is not a GZ event, you know.
Yeah.
He did well overall. Joey Gambello, I think the first was debatable. I couldn't call it. And then, or it might have been the second where Joey, I thought, had a better round.
One of the rounds was definitely debatable.
Yeah. It could have been the second round, actually. And then the third, Joey, I haven't really watched too many of his battles. I know me and Jay recapped one of them. But you cannot choke. Like, I'd be surprised if we see him on another card, on a big card like this, because they were generous enough to put him on the decade card and
Fuck yeah.
choke and do a horrible, like, freestyle. Like, that was whack. It's an embarrassment to Gully and the company. You know, you already.
I want to go that far. Damn, man.
It is. When it happened, I'm looking at them and
Vigilante Visuals in the building.
I'm like thinking, like, man, like, I wonder what these guys are thinking. Like, man, we gave you a shot and you're fucking up. You know, Red Flag's bringing it all 3 rounds. You know?
He did.
This is one battle event at high stakes. You know, you're just trying to do your best. The company, I mean, and you fucking dropped the ball on him.
This dude's a lawyer, Red Flag. You know that? Like, legit. That's crazy.
He just passed the bar recently, like last year or something.
Yeah. That's good.
Well, overall, I don't see it the way Visual saw it. That was I will say it was lackluster. I was disappointed in that because when I saw, first off, let's be clear, I'm maintaining my how I feel about everything. You know, I stand next to my words. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize. But they didn't belong on this card. They just didn't. And we saw the proof.
I almost feel like this was like a 1SK, like for them.
Yeah. But to be fair, and you guys know this is true, I've been saying, it's a lot of people who didn't belong on this card because in my mind, Decade should have been about the OGs. All right? So with that being said, I still don't think these guys belonged on it after watching this battle. I think highly of both of them. I think the both of them have a lot of potential. But I felt like Joey Gambello's rounds were fucking redundant. And I've watched a lot of his battles, so let me say that. Like,
Oh, you have.
I felt like I was watching his other battles again. I felt like I was watching his old solo battle. I felt like, you know what I'm saying?
He battled on solo? Oh, I gotta see that, bro. Hold on.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah, yes, I do.
30 though solo.
No, I don't believe that.
Who doesn't 30-0? I can 30-0 solo. I can 30-0 solo. Stop it. But Joey, you can't take nothing away from him in that old solo battle because he did what he was supposed to do. He showed up with dope bars.
This is recent.
I'm pretty sure that he knew he was gonna be able to do old solo dirty. He still came with it. So salute to him. I believe he battled Bricks Belvy as well. Bricks is one of my favorites.
I saw that battle.
Yeah.
I think.
So overall, I just felt like I was listening to another Joey Gambello round. You ever watch any battle rapper like that? Like you just feel like you're just watching like their particular thing. It's almost like you heard that round over and over again. Does that happen to you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, like John. Yeah. I'm just playing, John. Relax. Honestly, even though he's very creative and he be coming up with wild stuff, and I ain't mad at it. All right, but Twerk be sounding the same to me every battle. You know, the cadence and the delivery. You know, I understand his pen's creative. I get it. But the way it's delivered, and you know, that's I've been harping on that since day one.
See, but it ain't just that. I think subject matter, round patterns. If that makes sense to you guys, round patterns.
He's doing them both here. He's doing the same kind of delivery with the same subject, Joey.
Everything. I feel like
Okay.
I think
Joey does them gun bars and shit.
it's like every round. I hate to say it because I think he has so much potential, but I kind of feel like every round is like the round you just heard from him. Like all around, even when you look at what he wrote, everything it seems almost like the same shit every round. So that's why it sounds weird coming from me telling you that I think the dude has a lot of potential.
This looks like the greatest battle of all time right here.
Whatever.
Uncle.
Wow, I can't wait to watch this.
Anyway,
Thumbs it up.
Anyway, I got Red Flag taking this battle, but I didn't think Red Flag was impressive either. I've seen Red Flag have some killer rounds before, and you know what? And maybe you guys could help me out with this. You know, I don't know if I'm going too far, or I don't know. I felt like it was a KOTD round. Like, remember back in the day where, and this is many years ago, but like everybody who battled sound almost like exactly the same, have like all the way they rhyme was the same exact shit, and you felt like you just heard that same bar just a few minutes ago. Like, it was like the style. I don't know. Yeah. Remember there was, at one point, there was what they call like the KOTD style. Do you ever remember that?
Like the PG stepping, and then the KOTD Jeezy.
Yeah. You remember that? Do you remember?
I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean.
So, like, I'm listening to Red Flag, and I'm like, you know, again, I don't think these guys were bad. I expected way more from them. I feel like this was a crazy shot. Like, how the fuck you ain't sitting there trying to stomp your opponent out? I don't understand that. Or can it be we just expected too much? I don't know. But the truth of the matter is it was a lackluster battle, and I did expect more from both of them because I think highly of them both.
All right, that's cool. Let's go to the next battle, man. The main card starts.
Poe Rich versus
Poe Rich. Am I ducking, or were you the guy who told me that you have never seen Poe Rich before?
I've never seen him before.
Wow.
Never.
Wow, there's so much fire out there.
Dear me, listen, and I said this in my blog. There was somebody had tweeted me one day. Was like, I can't believe you've never seen a Paul Rich.
Wasn't that me?
Was it me? You must be new to battle rap. First off, shut the fuck up.
No, you're not. I know you're not new to battle. I wouldn't say that.
No, it wasn't you who said it.
Right.
First off, shut the fuck up. Secondly, I probably forgot more battle rap than some people's ever seen. We'll start there, and that's a factual.
But you never seen Paul Rich SoCon, huh?
No. And what's crazy is there was moments where Paul Rich reminded me of SoCon.
Because in this battle especially. Now, have you gone back at all and see? Because he looked way different in this battle than he normally does.
Paul Rich beat SoCon, by the way.
I had him winning. And
for the record, though, I watched that because you guys know I'm a huge supporter of A Ward, so I watched this Paul Rich and A Ward battle probably 3-4 times. And like I said, I thought Paul Rich was good. I thought that I gave him that third round. The
third round? Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, because A Ward was stumbling through the round.
Yeah.
Paul Rich had a very good third round.
He did, but here's the thing. I thought he had a good second.
I thought all three of his rounds were good. I thought all three of them were good. I thought that I don't remember if it was the first or the second. I had one of them a little closer.
I had the second really close. At first, I gave it to Paul Rich, but then I think I changed my mind and gave it to A Ward a couple times later, and then because then I gave Paul Rich the third. I don't want to say I just did that because I'm trying to give A Ward the battle, because he definitely lost the third. So he loses the second, he lost the battle.
No, but to me, I'm telling you, it's 100% how I feel. Again, even A Ward knows. I've told A Ward he's lost before. I thought he lost to Cortez. And like A Ward knows, I'm always upfront with him. I don't care what you think, Yorkie. We talking about what I thought.
He beat Cortez.
At the end of the day, he thinks he 30 Cortez.
2-1. I had a 2-1.
Yeah, I gave ask him. Me and him will talk about it on Twitter. He thinks he's 30. But anyway, the point is, A Ward knows I'm upfront. I'm not biased about anything, and I'll tell you the truth. I felt like A Ward clearly took the first two, but I thought that Paul Rich had some dope rounds, man, and I was impressed. But that third round, like I said, I went back and watched it 3 or 4 times, and every time I watch it, I'm more convinced. And you guys tell me if I'm right or wrong. Every time I watch that third round, I'm more convinced that even if A Ward didn't stumble, I thought Paul Rich would have took it anyway. What is your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree.
I agree too.
I don't like his angles, what he came with. It was just like he went a certain way, and there was nothing there. It was like empty, with that topic, and it was bringing in religion into it and shit. And before the choke, I'm like, this isn't doing anything for me. Actually,
in that second round, I thought A Ward showed a lot of charisma with the whole pulling out his phone, showing him the Twitter app and all that stuff. And when he said that thing about Paul Rich saying, well, back in my day in King of the Dot, we walked to blackout.
That was fight. Was that third round?
No, that was the second.
The second round's close, man.
I don't think it was.
Really?
I thought it was, but again,
rounds.
Say that again, Visual.
The problem, A Ward was fired. That's the problem. So I mean, I ain't mad at it. I gave it to A Ward.
Paul Rich was great, but I had what's his name?
A Ward.
A Ward. I had A Ward taking the first and the second up until the third. And
I don't know, man. Like that second, I think is closer. Maybe he did you Visual? Do you like the new Dexter lumberjack Paul Rich that we're dealing with here, or the clean cut old school Paul Rich that we're used to?
Well, I like him like more
rugged,
gritty like this. Yeah.
This is not how he normally is, Jay.
Well, he's normally drunk, but
yeah, he's like a real deal / like I don't know.
You don't want to leave it out to the
baseball player or something.
Going back and forth.
But
footage of him like doing a recap,
like a frat boy type deal. Yeah,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
doing recaps on like because he used to do a lot of the judge battles back in the day for KOTD. And
Hey, but guys, excuse me for a minute. I'm sorry to cut you off, Visual, but you know, this is so random. But just if you guys get a chance later, suggest to me another laughing stock battle.
Laughing Stock Thesaurus, did you see that on the balloon, hot air balloon?
No. On a hot air? Oh, yeah, you told me about that before. I don't think I could watch that. I don't know how I can watch you battle.
Jay ain't gonna like it, man. Jay won't like it.
It's very unique, and that's the point. You know, like to
that's the point.
To this niche that we're into.
Didn't he battle Red Flag, Laughing Stock? Or Joey Gambella?
Yeah, that was a fire battle.
That was the first one I ever saw him, I think. What was that, like a few weeks ago they dropped that?
Yeah.
Not sure.
But go ahead, Visual. I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead. It was just a random ass thought, and I didn't want to lose it. But go ahead.
It wasn't worth the slander. Paul Rich did his thing.
Yeah. Oh, so Paul Rich is actually the champ at a local league up over here somewhere, and I actually went back and watched his battle against. No, why am I saying no? Not Sketchman. Oh, that's a good battle too. D Rose. And he had the same style here that he did in the A-Ward battle. So he's a little more comedic now, I think, than he was in the past, even though he always had that in him, the element. But I thought he went a really more, but he was comedic, but he had the mix. He had the mix, I think, with the aggression. So anyways, I love this battle. So I don't know. This was a fire battle to me. So, you know, salute to both these guys. This definitely started off, you know, really well after the first battle. So that's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, man. Let's get to the real battle, man. Everybody wants to talk about
the real battle.
The battle of the year contender. I never said it was battle of the year. I said it was battle of the year contender.
Can we wait?
Right?
Can we wait?
It's next. No.
Can we wait? Can we
no.
wait?
For what? What do you got to talk about? What else do you want to talk about?
Can we just get Pat Stay of Arsenal out the way?
No, we're going in order. If you started with Joey and Red Flag, we're definitely going in order. All right? There was no reason to start with Joey then if we're not going in order. All right.
You're right. Go ahead, Yorkie.
I love this battle, man. I really did, man. I loved every round from every battler in this battle. I thought Jim's was great. I thought Sharon was great. Jim's had a stumble in the second, and his little freestyle was the rebuttal was. I don't think backfired because I liked how he rebutted his rebuttal. All right, I did. I just did because that was funny. All right, and we know you're not a rebuttaler, and so I'm giving you a pass on that, and I think it worked actually, and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. The rebuttal.
I think his reaction to the fail made it show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I liked it. And I thought his first round was crazy, man. Am I bugging? Like, Jim's first round was crazy to me. And I feel like I don't hear that. Like, people saying that it was like, I hear people saying it was really good. Good Jim's. I think that's downplaying it, man. I think his first round was insane. I was jumping out of my seat. Ponce was going crazy. All right? I don't know, man. I loved his first round. And the whole time me and Ponce are like, because remember, Sharon's her favorite, and she loves Jim's. All right, because Puerto Rico. All right, but she loves Jim's, and Sharon's her favorite. So she was very, very conflicted here. All right, I'm on what's happening.
There's nothing to be conflicted about.
So, but when Jim's rapped, we're like, Sharon's dead. He's dead. He's dead. All right, and then Sharon comes and he starts off in his little Sharoni, little ways. All right, but then he got pumping, and he might have took the round. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. It's like that. Wow, man. That first round is insane. I think it's on the level of Rum Nitty and Twerk's battle round. All right. This was crazy. All right. And I'm not gassing. Before we get to the second round, Viduel, am I bugging about Jim's first round?
Probably the best round I've ever seen from Jim's. His first round.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did you watch it, Jay? You didn't like it?
multiple times. Hold on. I'm gonna let you go. Get your rounds off.
I thought we were going round by round. Okay, I'll finish it up then. So then the second round goes, and Jim's, he wasn't going to.
I want you to tell me about Sharon's first round.
I just did. I said that he started off.
Excuse me, I wasn't fucking paying attention. I don't care.
All right, good. All right. So the second round, Jim's has, he, of course, I was like, he can't match his first. All right. And he did good. He had stumbles though. He had some stumbles, but I still think he had moments in the second that were worthy, not to say it's not a bad round. Like I don't want to say it. You can't say it's a bad round. You can say he messed up in the round, but you can't say it's a bad round. Now, Sharon takes a second clear. He turns into Billy Pistols. Billy Pistols comes out. It's crazy. All right. We're going crazy in here. Pon's jumping up and down. She's got to look at me when I'm killing you shirt.
He was jumping up and down? Why the fuck is he jumping
Yes, because this is her favorite, Jay. Her favorite.
Lord,
all right. Who's your favorite? I'm sure you jump up and down. She's
like,
get him, but no, don't kill him because she likes Jim. So, and then so second round, clear. Now here's the deal. This is where it gets crazy. The third round. Jim's, that angle was great. Look at me while I'm killing you with kindness. Awesome. And can we get a moment of silence? Just like you wanted me to give a moment of silence for Pat Stay's great year. Can we get a moment of silence for Sharon's career? The man has autism. The way Jim's described this and laid it out to perfection. All right? This guy, fear of being around crowds, and he wins BET. He's on Wild 'N Out. He's a King of the Dot legend. He stood up toe-to-toe with Pat Stay. Should have won the battle. Blah, 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 blah. All right? Goes to URL and beats Suge. All right? Autism. All right? Can we give a moment of silence for the career of Sharon? Just 1 minute.
What the fuck are you talking about?
All right, he doesn't need it. But Sharon doesn't need it. That's the problem. So it doesn't matter. So loved it. But Sharon's third, all the Jim haters, all they got to do is just listen to Sharon's third. That's everything I always hear about Jim's and all this stuff. Sharon encapsulated it perfectly and just made Jim seem so irrelevant. So
what were you watching?
What are you talking about? This is facts. Everything I'm saying is facts. All right. So
no, it's not. Say it's your opinion.
Well, me and Ponce and Nene thought all the same. So look,
don't put Nene. Don't do that to Nene. Don't do that to Nene.
So listen. So I think the third was just like the first, man. So close. Jim's had a round that shouldn't have been beat, but somehow, some way, Sharon pulled it off. So I give the first round to Jim. I give round 2 and 3 to Sharon on a slight edge in the third. And no shame on the loss for Jim's because this is the battle of the year contender, man. I've watched it 7 times, and I'm gonna watch it again probably tonight. But after I watch Old Solo and Joey, so Visual, what do you think, man?
Well, Jim's first round, amazing. One of the best Jims I've seen yet to date. First round from Sharon, it started off slow and it started cooking. And once he started cooking, man, it was it. Like he was just hitting them one right after the other. So by that point, when Sharon first started, I'm like, I don't know if like Jim's just had an amazing round. I don't know if he's gonna be able to grab this. And then once Sharon started cooking and going haymaker after haymaker, it was just like Sharon got this round. So I give Sharon the first. No discredit if you want to give it to Jim's. By all means, that's fine. But I thought Sharon.
Oh, you gave Sharon the first. Wow. Okay. I gave Jim the first. Go ahead.
Yeah, I gave Sharon a 3-0.
What?
Yeah. The second round was more transparent. It was for Sharon. Jim's had a few dry spots. The rebuttal didn't land from the beginning. I probably the weakest round from Jim's.
Yeah.
And Sharon just had another one of those rounds. He was just as explosive as the first round. He was just going off. And the third round this is a funny round because of Jim's angle that he took. It's hard to judge it. I still gave it to Sharon because although Jim's angle, which was for those that haven't seen it, look at me while I'm killing you with niceness. It was kind of like a compliment style approach where he was saying good things about Sharon.
It made me feel the Pat Stay Rome battle.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was talking about Sharon's being autistic. I don't think he's autistic, to be honest.
He said he was.
What do you mean?
I think that's an ongoing thing. I think if you have a social disorder, I don't think that counts for being autistic. But
well, tell him that shit. He's the one who said it.
He said it in the Pat Stay battle. I was diagnosed with a form of autism when I was blah blah blah. He was lying. You were lying, Sharon.
I don't think he was, because I've seen interviews where he fucking kind of like discredits and laughs at it, like it's just an angle that's being used, and that might have been why he used it. But we would love to hear the truth on that.
This is like when I learned wrestling was real. I mean, fake. Oh my God.
I honestly don't think he's.
I don't. Ponzi's not gonna like this. She thinks he has autism.
But Jims was taking an approach where he's talking about Sharon's autism, and then he kind of ends it with, "I respect you for everything that you've done, even though you're this way, even though you have a something wrong with you," basically.
And let's not forget who said that. Remember, I told you when I spoke to Jims on the live chat. He said he didn't want to battle him. He didn't think he could beat him, and he respects Sharon. And he brought it into the battle rap angles. Now, before you go, Jay, I want you to remember. I want you to hear one thing that Viduel said. Jims, his first might have been the best round he ever heard from Jims. Yet he still gave Sharon that round. Oh my, that's amazing to me. Go ahead, Jay. Sharon beat Jim's best round ever, and has ever spit. That's what he said.
I thought all 3 rounds for Sharon was fire, and the third round was a little weird for me, because even though it was a great round from Jim's, great approach, and by that point I'm thinking, oh, Sharon's up 2-1. It doesn't hurt to go this angle anyways, because
your beef's with Viduel, not me. Go ahead, man.
So I said, this was a great approach, but it's not enough to win the round. This is battle rap at the end of the day. It was a good angle. Nobody's really.
You're pissing Nene off. You hear her? You're pissing her off.
Sharon just took off again, man. In the third round, all 3 rounds.
You're taking off again. The same way you took off in that last lap, you're taking off again right now. You out your fucking mind. There's no way you gave this battle 3-0. Listen, I know you know but battle rap. I am beyond shocked by what the fuck is coming out your mouth right now. Like, I can't believe this shit. First off, Jim's had an incredible first round. I don't think it's the best he's ever had. He had an incredible first round. There's no way you gave Sharon that round, especially when Sharon spent most of that round dissing other people. Dissing,
you got Disaster out of here. You got A-Ward out. He got A-Ward.
Sharon was covering angles, man. He was just like.
So how? But how? Explain to me, how could you give him a first round where at least the first quarter to the first half of the round, he's not even battling Jims? How? Tell me how you gave him that round.
Because he really heated up in the end of that round.
I'll take that in consideration.
I agree with you.
Hey, I'll take that into consideration when I watch it again. And it can change again on that first round.
It better. I'm gonna have a hard time sitting here on the Union again, knowing you felt this way.
I just had a close edge.
It was close though. I said it was close.
Get the fuck out of it. It wasn't close. That first round was not close. How? He wasn't battling Jims. How could you give? You can't tell me this might have been Jim's best round ever, and then listen to a dude not even battle Jims, but say he won that, and then you saying that definitively. How?
Sharon was just amazing.
Oh my God, I'm so pissed off with you right now. I can't believe this shit.
I want to know who you gave the battle to. Go ahead, continue.
Second round. I thought Jims was having a cool round. The slip-ups in the end. Honestly speaking, I still think Sharon had the better material, slip-up or not. But throughout this battle, all 3 rounds, Sharon definitely had plenty of moments when he wasn't even battling Jims. I'm not scoring fucking points for you. And then, to me, I thought Jim's best was the third round. I thought the angle he took was incredibly clever. I thought the way he worked it out, I thought everything, the way he performed, the way he set up bars. That whole angle, that whole shit that he did, Jims did, was incredible. And Jims even made me feel stupid because I thought this shit was gonna be straight dumpster juice. And I was wrong. At the end of the day, I was only wrong because Jims put on the weight. I can't listen. Sharon.
You didn't love Sharon's third?
No, I thought it was cool. I thought Jims had an incredible angle. I thought the whole way Jims played that whole third round out was.
You were with me rapping in the gym. How he broke it down. How he's been. He kind of
give him the round. You give him the round for
keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I know you don't. I know you don't want me to keep going, Sharon.
Man, keep going. You know I don't give a fuck. Bottom line, none of that shit was enough. I gave rounds 1 and rounds 3 clearly to Jims. I thought round 2, stumble or not, Sharon took that. I think even if you take that stumble out, material-wise, I still think Sharon had the better round. I was shocked that how the battle turned out. I did not expect this battle to be this good. I still think on paper this matchup would be horrible. If you told everybody again today that Jims and Sharon's gonna battle, no one gives a fuck.
I did. I can say no one. I did.
You're one out of a million.
3 out of a million.
Count. It means it don't count. It means it don't fucking count. So at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. First off, and I said this before, and I mean it respectfully. I don't even think Jim should have been on this. I don't think A Ward should have been on this. They were. Jim's and Sharon found a way to make this battle interesting. I have to give them props for that. But the audacity for the Jesus lookalike over here to really sit there and talk about 3-0, what the fuck? What was you watching? Was you drinking margaritas? What was you doing? I need to understand. What were you doing when you watched this battle?
Look, we all called it.
Whoa, don't answer for him. Let him answer.
Me?
Yeah, you. Yes.
I was sober, actually. I was.
Oh my God! So don't watch this shit sober ever again. Then. There's no fucking way.
I was drinking Coke.
No way.
I was drinking Coca-Cola, trying to stay awake.
Oh no!
All right.
So you watched this sleep.
I worked that morning, so I came home. And usually these events, fucking, I'm asleep halfway through, and I'm waking up fucking in panic because I'm missing battles.
All right, Visual, do me a favor and lead with that next time. That you watch this shit sleepy, which makes way more sense than the fact that you watch this shit sober.
I was up. They sped up the event at a good rate.
What? So either of you don't think it was Battle of the Year contender?
Fuck no.
Ow!
Fuck no.
What's a better battle than this?
There's a lot. I named one earlier when we were talking C3 or QP.
If Jim's
all right, man, next
first
battle.
round.
The reason why that's not fair is that was a 1-rounder. That's why it's not my number one. Danny Myers versus St. Mike.
Nah.
St. Mike versus.
That's one of them too.
Huh?
That's one of them too. Danny Myers Past Day is another one.
Way better than the shit you talking about right now.
No, it's not way better than this. This might be a little bit better.
Way better. You are crazy. You are crazy. It was way better. Way fucking better.
Way better.
And again, I am a Jim supporter. I think Jim's was excellent in this. And again, I was surprised by Sharon. I thought Sharon, overall, these guys I can't give him more credit than that. I would never disrespect by sitting there and saying it's the best battle of the year or a contender for it. No, the fuck it isn't, man.
It touched me. It touched me every round. I loved it. But
get the fuck out of here.
next battle. What's the next battle?
Sharon, Arsenal versus Pastey.
Was it? I think it was Cortez and.
No, it wasn't. Arsenal versus Pastey.
Or whatever. It don't matter. Okay.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Leave this one. I want a rebuttal. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm gonna lead off real simple. Pastey 30-30. Dirty 30. Dirty 30. What is there to talk about? The only thing I have to say about this battle is that I'm disappointed as how far Pastey went with the disrespect. I am disappointed by that. Other than that, there's nothing to talk about. Dirty 30. I don't think one round was debatable. Pastey better fucking be top 3 in the champion of the year conversation.
I gave bars the third round, man. I don't think Pat had enough.
You were tired. You already said you were tired.
I gave Pastey the
you were tired and you were sober.
Pat started his rounds with fucking jokes. His whole round was jokes, really, and they were fucking hitting like right off the bat. As soon as he started with Arsenal's ass licking mystique. He had a scheme with it. It was fucking fire.
Ass-eating schemes. First off, ass-eating schemes got to get 2 points. You can't get 1 point for that.
Well, Jay, there's history to that. You know, like
I know the history. That's why I told you it got to get 2 points, and I won.
it was done beautifully, man.
Oh,
really
Visuel, I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying, you can't give him 1 point for that. You got to give him 2 points for that because there's history, and you got to know what's going on for you to get that. There was plenty of people who didn't get that. I got that, and I'm happy to hear that you got that.
So it just started fire, and it just kept escalating from there, going up.
Escalating to more of a slaughter. You're right.
Yeah. Pastay had an easy first because Arsenal went up, and it was just like, this is it. It felt like Arsenal versus Hollow Arsenal. It was just like, this is what you're gonna come with, like.
I'm glad you said that because everything you're saying is how I feel. I actually felt it was even easier than that. First round.
Yeah.
Third round is the only round that I could see a little bit of a pushback from Arsenal. Other than that, this was a dirty 30, man.
Second round, complete disrespect from Pastay. Oh my God, it was crazy.
I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I stopped that second round 2 or 3 times. Like, it got to a point I wasn't even gonna finish watching it, to be honest.
That's the most. If we had awards, that's the most disrespectful round of the year.
I don't know.
I mean, you did you not just hear the
QB and Shuney, man.
Nah, this shit was evil.
QB and Shuney was fucking. Nah, I gotta give it. You know why I gotta give it to QB and Shuney? Not only was I in the building for that, so I got to feel the total energy, but
they're women.
We definitely was. There was other people. There was other people standing next to QB that Shuney was talking about their personal life. That they were not part of the battle, so right. It's hard to not give it to Shuney, man.
Yeah, but Pastay made me cringe. It was so disrespectful. I didn't cringe with the ladies when they were battling. I just thought it was disrespectful. That Pastay, I was just like, ah.
Now, guys, sorry to cut you off, but I have to say, it's been weighing on my mind lately, man. The ladies might have the battle of the year, man.
Hold on, man. We'll talk about the battle of the year later. And then no, they don't. But are you done, Visuel, with the battle?
Yeah. Well, Arsenal had another one of those second rounds, the same as the first. It was bland. It wasn't nothing really too crazy. And then the third round is where Arsenal, I felt like, stepped up his game and actually came with something. He had that energy. He put on his jacket, talking about we'll come back to the old Arsenal. But Pastay, I mean, I guess you could argue that third round for Pastay, but in all fairness, I just gave it to Arsenal. I think he just had enough to win, and I thought Pastay kind of dialed down by that point on the third round.
Y'all are really downplaying Arsenal in this battle. He was 10 times what he was from the Hollow battle. This is ridiculous. What? Yeah, that Hollow battle was the worst Arsenal in history. He was good in this battle,
man. What the fuck, man? You can't tell me, give me the opinions you had on the fucking Poor Rich and A-Boy, the Gyms of Sharon, and then turn around and give credit to are you fucking what?
What do you mean? First of all, there's other battles got nothing to do with this battle. So look, Arsenal, I gave the first 2 to Pat, and I gave the third clear to Arsenal. But Pat was the battle. But I didn't think Arsenal was like that bad in the first 2 rounds. Do you guys remember what he was saying to Hollow in that battle? That was the most
30-30, both of them.
Garbage. No, man. That third has got to be Arsenal, man. I don't know, man. What? The third round? He went crazy, Arsenal. Spazzed out. What did Pastay say? I don't even remember. And the second round, yeah, he did get the only reason I didn't get cringed by it is because it's Arsenal, bro. And you know, that's what everyone wants to out disrespect Arsenal, and that's what he does. So, and Arsenal liked it. He didn't seem to mind. You know, it was really when Pastay said it. Those were the Arsenal. Those are the bars Arsenal was commending. He's like, you know, he liked them. Right? Like he was giving Pastay high five after.
No, but I think just to be fair, you're right. Everybody feels they gotta out disrespect Arsenal, just like they feel they gotta do that to QB Black Diamond. But they both admitted that throughout the years they've been really good friends. They traveled a lot together, which you can imagine. Think about it, guys. Like these guys, so there was some sort of friendship there. And I'm pretty sure Arsenal knew it was coming.
Oh yeah, I'm 100%. And look at his reaction.
I think Pat Stay comes off as the kind of guy, especially when you was talking about when
I told him before the battle. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. That I think that the way that they talked about how cool they are, I think they had that I think Pat Stay, I don't know. I think Pat Stay comes off as the kind of guy who would probably said it to Arsenal. Like, I'm going to say some crazy shit. And I'm pretty sure Arsenal was like, go ahead and do your thing. It don't change that it was difficult to watch. Difficult to listen.
I think Arsenal is one of the most professional on that stage. Anytime he hits the stage,
except when he's put Sharon's face with the picture.
Yeah, I disagree.
True.
I think he's done a few unprofessional things. I think business-wise, all leagues talk good in terms of saying like he's professional from the business end. But we've seen him do multiple things on that stage that was not professional.
Yeah, there's been so many times where he's just stood there and held his ground. Sometimes even laughed when he's getting it back. He knows that when it's his turn, he's Mr. Disrespectful, and I think he understands that when it's being dished back to him,
he's talked through people's rounds before.
Yeah.
Listen, I openly
a lot of battles though. He's progressed and regressed a lot. Here and there.
Listen, I openly say this. I am not an Arsenal supporter. I think he still has me blocked too. But
Go ahead.
no, read because I said the truth. So
you said you're not a supporter?
Huh?
Why'd he block you? Because you said he lost the battle?
Yeah, it was that, and because I said because it's the same thing that Disaster got crazy with his mouth with, but he'll answer for that. But it was the whole shit what I said when they announced the Disaster versus Arsenal. I said my only issue with the battle was lately, and this is throughout their whole career for the record. But I said at that moment I was like, the both of them lately have been spitting a lot of filler, so I hope that we get something better than that. And the both of them caught a heart attack over the shit. So at the end of the day, I always say I give Arsenal credit for what he's accomplished. I think Arsenal has given us dope moments. You can't argue what he's accomplished, man. Like what's him and DNA, what they accomplished in battle rap is beautiful. How they help battle rap is beautiful. There's no denying that. But at some point, we got to be real about all the filler shit and all the nonsense. Like, I don't know, but I'll just take the time to praise the both of them and say, hey, these guys have been incredible throughout their careers. The only biggest issue recently I've had with Arsenal is the one day I'm retiring, one day I'm not. I felt like he robbed the customers with the whole shit with the Lux situation. You lying, talking about it's your last battle. You got people who I personally knew who went and spent their very fucking last to have that ticket thinking it's the last time they're going to see you. And a month and a half later, you was back to battle rap. And since then, he's retired at least 3 times. And, like, I don't respect that. But overall, Arsenal's career, you have to praise.
That's a lesson to battle rap. And
you don't respect Ric Flair?
You really going to compare that? Let's move on.
And in the context, what I was trying to say about Arsenal and sportsmanship is that there was no animosity here, despite the amounts of disrespect that went on in this battle, like, especially from Pat Stay's side. Arsenal was very welcoming, laughed about it, gave Pat a pat, stuff like that, gave him a dab. So
I thought it was a fire battle. It doesn't seem like you guys liked it that much besides Pat Stay winning.
Oh, it was super dope. I thought Arsenal's ass half the time, but
so how could it be super dope, Visual?
Well, because he wasn't ass. Well, he was good. You guys are bugging.
Like saying the
Wait a minute.
Sharon and James was a dope battle.
I thought that was a way better battle than
I
this.
say his ass because I thought James
Battle of the year, of course.
2 social rounds for me.
Listen,
All right.
there's no way that we could give the credit to Paul Rich and A Ward, to give fucking credit to Jims and Sharon, and
Tough
sit
love.
there and watch this battle and say this battle was dope. Fuck out of here.
Tough love.
I thought it was better than A Ward and Poor Rich.
What?
Yeah.
Yo. Let's get to a battle worth talking about. Let's move on to the next one.
What, Cortez and Pass?
Motherfucking right. A way better battle than Pat State Arsenal. Fuck out of here.
God.
Fuck out of here.
All right. I mean,
It wasn't?
good battle. Good
Pat State
battle.
sold
Answer
that
my
battle.
question.
If it wasn't for Pat, it would have
It
been
wasn't better. I like Pat and Arsenal better, but that's not saying I didn't like this battle, though. Hold on. Don't do that. Let's not do that.
Yo, man, you out your fucking mind, yo.
All right, with the comparing of the battles. Listen, the fire battle. Fire. Cortez was great. Pass was great. Who did you have winning?
I'm taking this over.
Please.
Bottom line, I'm telling you right now, I was surprised this battle never happened in the past. For whatever reason in my mind, it happened already. I don't know why I thought that, but I was excited when it was announced. I think there's two guys who never get the respect. Huh?
Said in the past, not pass.
You get it, Jay? Oh.
Sorry,
Anyway.
there's too much of that fucking shit going on in this battle, at least in that first round.
Hollow. Oh, go ahead.
Yo. So both of these dudes, legends in the game. I'm happy this battle happened. It's dope it happened on Decade, even though I thought this battle happened a long time ago. I am with Pass because every time King of the Dot asks who we want to see for the chain, Pass is in the top 3 people I mentioned because of his body of work. I feel like Pass and Cortez don't get the respect they deserve, but I think Pass gets less respect than Cortez.
Of course he does.
I don't think that people give Pass the love, man. Pass is fucking dope, man.
I don't think Cortez gets as much disrespect as he used to. I think people are respecting him more lately. So I feel like he's gotten that more. I think that maybe a couple of years ago it was bad, man. People were really disrespecting him a lot. And I thought it was very unwarranted. But Pass, I don't think he'd be getting the respect, really. Not from, the URL fans, not from newer fans, not from a lot of people. So.
And listen, and I don't understand why. And even more so when I think of the West Coast, when I think of all the stuff King of the Dot has done on the West Coast. King of the Dot, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because King of the Dot is in fucking Canada, and all the light that they've shined on California or West Coast rappers, it's you have to tip your hat to King of the Dot for that. But it's just crazy when you think about it geographically. Like, they're nowhere near each other. That's just crazy. But overall, man, I thought this was a dope battle. I thought Cortez took the battle. I think Pass had moments like Sharon, where he started talking about a whole bunch of other shit. And again, it's not that I thought it was whack. It just, if you take time off to go at other people, if you do 1 or 2 bars, whatever, when you take a portion of your round to do shit.
Well, what did he say? I don't remember.
He went in about the whole chain situation and how he feels he beat Chilla Jones. He feels that way. He beat Chilla Jones. If Chilla was to beat Head Ice, it's not a legitimate championship. And he went on this whole shit. The whole thing to me was I feel like the same way I said about Cortez versus Head Ice. I do think Cortez beat Head Ice the first 2 rounds. But that 3rd round, you can't sacrifice the 3rd fucking round. You can't sacrifice that knowing you're going for a chain. In this instance, it's not for a chain, but when it comes to Pass, you can't sacrifice any battle rapper. Unless your first 2 rounds or your other rounds are absolutely bulletproof, you can't sacrifice large portions of a round to talk about other shit. You just can't do it. In my opinion. I still think this was a very dope battle. I really think, especially when you watch these rounds, round by round, over again, fucking Cortez was incredible, man. That's my opinion.
What rounds you give him?
I don't have it in front of me. I don't have it in front of me. I think I gave him 1 round. If not, it was a real close round. I honestly think it was a debatable round.
First was close.
It might have been. I know I had a round where I think it was like really debatable. But overall, I got Cortez winning. But again, I thought it was a dope battle. And even more, this was a decade battle. This was a battle that should have took place on this card, in my opinion.
First round was super.
One more thing. I'm sorry, Visuel.
All right.
Just for the record, I'm sorry. For the record, I meant to say this and then I forgot. I forgot what I was saying. Pat Stay and Arsenal was a decade battle.
Yeah, of course.
I love that they rematched this battle on Decade. I loved it. I hate how it turned out, but I love that this is what they went with.
All right. Go ahead, Visual.
Yeah, the first round, nothing but name flips from both of them. This is the more debatable round I caught. It was a toss-up. Pass was slightly better, I guess, at the name flips. He had a couple dope ones. After listening to DNA versus Pass, that's what I think of when people battle Pass and do name flips, because DNA just butchered that fucking Pass shit. Like, it was Pass every fucking line.
I think the best person who did it to me, and it's one of my favorite battles, was K-Shine versus Pass. I think it was a completely different
battle. I'm gonna have to revisit that battle.
I love that battle. I felt like we saw 2 different. I think the both of them went a little bit out their element, especially K-Shine.
But yeah, I didn't find that first round too impactful because of all the name flips. I'm like, you guys are veterans and you're flipping each other's name for a whole round. Like, how many times have we heard this? So it was a lackluster round, kind of, in that sense. But I gave it to Pass on an edge. And then the second round, I think the second round, Pass started going in on other people, right? He kind of diverted his who he was aiming at. So he started just going into, I think he was going into the chain and addressing, like, ice. And I'm pretty sure this was the round. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was too. I took points off of that, and Cortez's round was straightforward to Pass. So, and it was a good round. So I gave it to Cortez the second round, and then the third round, Cortez just left Earth. Cortez was straight heat on that third round. I actually want to watch it tonight after we get off. I want to go and watch
I might do it again. I might do it again too, man.
That third round, just for that third round alone, that shit was fire. That was like the equivalent of Jim's first round, like, in a sense, because Core is just like, I was just like off my seat, like, oh my God, Core, you're on fucking, he is on fire. And then Pass was just didn't do enough to win that round. So I thought that was a more clear-cut win for Cortez. The third round was. First round was debatable. Edge to Pass, and then I think the second round was more clear-cut too. If that's the round where Pass just kind of straight off and was a definite shit. Yeah. So it was a definite 2-1 with the debatable first for Cortez.
I gave the first round a Pass. I thought that was Cortez's weakest round. A lot of name flips from both of them, like you said, and but I thought it was pretty cool, some of it. And the second round is I thought the second and third are clear Cortez. So definitely the third, he snapped, he went crazy, and crazy. It was just great Cortez and Pat. But Pat, I don't think Pat was bad. I mean, I think the problem, like you guys say, that the few of the angles he was taking, and then the whole the chain situation or whatever. Okay, but regardless, I don't know what Pat could have said in that third that would have beat him. That wasn't happening.
Not in the third. No, not in the third.
No, he could have won the second if he maybe structures round better, but he I still think Cortez was good in that second. So Yeah, I mean, Nene, please stop it. Driving me crazy, man. I can't even
Blame
think.
that on Visuel. When Visuel said that dumb shit,
He's been going crazy since the 3-0.
She went crazy after that.
She won't stop. But yeah, shout out. This was a great battle, man. Another great battle, man. We're not mad at it at all. Definitely a decade-worthy battle. Glad they were both on it, and I hope we see. We could talk about that later, but the card in February. So, we see some more. There's only one more battle, right? Because I want to talk about Head Ice situation. But is there another battle? There was one more, right?
I just want to say what I thought it was funny is as the battle was happening, like towards like the second or third round, I saw Caustic tweet out like, how's this battle going? Because he might have not been watching this, and I responded to him, "Your man's getting killed right now."
Who's this man? Pass?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Did he respond back?
Yeah, he said, "Come outside."
I don't know about getting killed. I mean,
I think Caustic is dope too, but
he should have been on this, man. Right? Caustic?
That would have been dope.
Did Caustic battle Paul Rich before?
I'm not sure.
Because that might have been something that could have been a decade battle. But anyways, just Thesaurus Math Hoffa, right? Is that the last battle?
Yeah.
All right, guys. I liked it, but I think this was the worst battle of the night besides the red flag in them. Math
it pains me to say that, but
yeah.
No.
Pains you to say. But I still enjoyed it. Like, let's not get crazy, but was this?
I would say no because I think Pat Stay and Arsenal was. So I don't know, man.
Did Math stumble in the third, right? He stumbled and choked in the third, right? Remember? Yeah, because the sword's like, come on, you can get it.
And the
I think no, it was the third. It was the third.
Yeah, it was the end of the battle. It was the end of the battle.
Yes. Yeah.
And
I ain't gonna gloss over that second round stumble either.
What, Math?
In the second round.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Math's breathe angle. I liked it because breathe. That's what I think of when I breathe. Right? That was the second. So I don't know, man. I think I gave the second to Math. Maybe I don't know. Just off the angle, maybe not. But I still think the Thoris won the battle 2-1, first and third. So I like the breathe angle because that's how like the Thoris looks like he needs to breathe, man. All right, and I thought the way he did it was funny, and he might have stumbled in there because I think he was going too long or something, and he probably did something he didn't even need to do. Or I don't remember, but I only watched this battle once as well. So, but what I remember is Math was good, just wasn't a great Math, and you can't excuse the stumbles because here's another problem with it. It's been kind of happening a lot with Math. It's not like it's just one time. It's been happening. He stumbled on Summer Madness 7, and he stumbled here and there in some other battles, but I don't know what it is. I know he's retweeted out recently saying that in 2019 he's in his bag and he's gonna be going crazy and he's gonna make up for everything. So I don't know. We'll see what's in store for there. But
if some of the things I'm hearing is correct, he's gonna have opportunity to make it right.
Okay, all right. But do you want to stumble there? But I'm just.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I have to go back and watch my own blog again, but I believe I had Thesaurus 2-1.
I think that's how most people call it.
Honestly speaking, it's no secret. Again, I'm a huge supporter of Math, but I'm never biased. And the truth of the matter is, especially if I don't know, but if what Thesaurus said is true, that they asked to go last because he still needed to memorize, that's fucking horrible.
But that was in the battle. Is that true though? He said that.
I don't know if it's true. I just said that.
I thought he was just like using it as a joke. I thought because they wanted. I thought it was Arsenal and Pat Stay didn't want to go last. I thought that's what it was.
It could have been that. I thought because originally when they announced the Head Ice Chiller wasn't happening, KOTD announced that Pat Stay and Arsenal is becoming the headline.
Yeah.
But now, and again, you guys, respectfully, you guys got to see everything live as it was going down. I didn't. I was in the air. You guys know I was traveling. I didn't see shit.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, I would have to lean on you guys as a compass because I don't know which direction I don't. And then when before I watched the battle, I wanted to talk to you guys, and of course I had other shit going on. So I never. You guys know it took me 2 weeks to get through fucking decade, like it's crazy.
What do you mean though? What did you miss? What did you miss?
Huh?
Like, what did you miss that you didn't get to see live? What are you talking about?
Oh, it was more about the flow of the event, A,
Oh.
and B, the reason why Arsenal and Pat Stay was not the, because King of the Dot announced that they was the headline.
I don't
So
think
when I saw Thesaurus come on and say because he said it out the gate, he said it in the first round. He was like, "Yo, the reason we the headline is because this motherfucker couldn't remember his round, some shit like that." So
yeah, I don't know if that was a thing. I thought he was just like saying that, as a rebuttal.
no, my thing
Maybe
was,
it was true. I don't know.
no, dear me, but that's what I'm saying, that I would have had to lean on you guys to tell me if that was true or not.
I mean, the way it went down, it was
I don't know.
seamless, and there was really nothing. Like they just said it was gonna be. They said that on Twitter. It wasn't like they said it on the pay-per-view. So, and then
Did say that on the pay-per-view.
they didn't say nothing on the pay-per-view, like
It was
about
supposed
it.
to go up, and then it changed.
You talking about King of the Dot?
Yeah. It was well. Didn't they? Did you know how they do the poster? It says up next.
Yeah.
Did they do that and then change it?
I thought I remember seeing that.
Maybe they did. Yeah, because they were like, oh yeah, I think Pat Stay Arsenal, or it was it said Math Hoffa Thesaurus next, and then you go back to a Ruin Your Day episode. Then they came back and it was just Pat Stay Arsenal. So
Nabo tweeted that out. It was like,
yeah,
I want to talk about that too. I don't know if I'm gonna have time. I'm here with my kids and shit. I don't know if I'm gonna have time, but
right.
I want to talk about the shit that goes on in between battles.
Okay, but I want to talk about Pat or Head Ice. So, I mean,
Wait, we didn't even finish this shit. Like,
what else is there? I thought we were done. Go ahead. I didn't know.
No, Visuel, your opinions. Dear me, so
my first initial review of this, I kind of insisted that Matt Hoffa had taken on the battle 2-1. This is why I said this. And I know a lot of people have the source 2-1, and I think
I'm not mad at what you're saying, but go ahead.
Agree.
The third round was the only one I thought was clear, to be honest.
There's a lot of things that I didn't like about this battle. I think the source could beat Matt Hoffa. Matt Hoffa's, he had this it was a feel that made me give it to Math, because Math came with an approach that he didn't really care about this battle. And what he was saying was still kind of hitting, While Thesaurus, I felt like he was really trying to write for this battle and get good crowd reaction with his material. So he was like trying where Math wasn't, and he was more like naturally charismatic and naturally kind of getting reaction. So it's kind of like a weird toss-up. I didn't like the way Thesaurus went at the crowd, like that girl. I think that was like forced.
That was fucking horrible.
Like
I spoke about it in my blog. But go ahead, Visuel, but I want to talk about that.
I don't want to go into like in deep how you felt about it. That's not what my beef is for me is I think he like it was like overdone. It was like he tried too hard to get that reaction by saying that, because it wasn't even a good line. And
horrible.
And he just kept going with it because he was trying to get that crowd reaction. That's what it felt like to me, anyways.
That's what I thought too. I thought it was horrible. Overall, the fact that he kept calling her a hoe and all kind of shit, like my man. I said it in my blog. Visuel, I'm gonna wait to do the come back because I want his opinion because he go to events with his woman. So I just want to hear what he had to say about it.
So on paper, if you write bar for bar on both of their material, I would have to give it to Thesaurus because he had the better material. But the vibe it gave off, like Math Hoffa, I think just his not caring and still being able to have good elements in his performance and his battle. That's what made me kind of want to sway to him. I was like, well, I just thought Thesaurus was just trying too hard, and The third round was a no-brainer, massive choke. So you're gonna give it to Soares. That was by default. And the second round, I felt like, from what I remember, Math kind of stumbled a little bit, which is more of a deciding factor for me. To give it to Thesaurus by default too. Like Thesaurus just kind of had to clean around all the way through. Well, I felt like that stumble kind of hurt in my final decision, but I still think it could be taken either way. Purely out of feeling, not even on like he had better bars or he like it was just purely out of feeling for me. So it's hard for me to judge this because of that.
Well, before we go any further, I just want to let everybody know this is the end of our decade recap.
Well, we gotta talk about Ice, right? No, you said
No, yeah, but that's not part of the decade recap. Like, we talked about all the battles. Let us get in the comment section. Let us know how you feel. Let us know how wrong Visuel is about the Sharon and Jim's battle. Let us know how wrong DME is about everything that came out of his mouth. Let's move on to the next thing. But before we get to this head ice thing that DME wants to talk about, I want to ask you both. But the reason why I'm going to value DME's opinion more is because DME goes to events with his woman. So DME, everything I'm about to say, I mean respectfully, because you
gotta preface it. It's cool. Go ahead.
I'm very upset at how Thesaurus handled that.
Can you remind me exactly what the situation was? I know what happened, but how did it go down? Like, what happened?
So what happened was, as it was through all the battles, people were talking through rounds.
I've been to that venue, and that bar in the back is the problem.
Yes, it's always the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? No matter what venue. That's about the fans. That's not about the fucking venue. That's not about nothing. I don't know why people do that. You guys know I hate that.
There's people there that aren't there to watch the battle. That's why. They're just there to be.
No, but those are people who are there to see a specific battle.
Yeah, I guess so.
And that gets me to my core.
That's true. That's true. I didn't think about it like that. You're right.
I've never been to an event. Whatever you phrase, I might have went to one event where people were keyed in on every battle. I hate conversations while fucking battles are going on. I hate all that. Like, I hate it. If you don't have to talk, like fuck out of here with this shit. Like, come on, man. Don't fuck up my experience, man. We pay for this shit. But the bigger reason why I think sometimes we've seen people do this. We seen Arsenal do it one time, and I was so like upset Arsenal did it. One day Arsenal was, I forgot who he battled, but a female in the crowd was saying something, and Arsenal starts offering her to his manhood. He did it on the youth.
Disaster's the only one who knows how to do that correctly. So
my thing is, there's no way to do that correctly. Fuck out of here.
What happened though? What happened? Like,
all right. So this is what happened. It was going on throughout the whole event. People would talk. You could see it every battle. Thesaurus turned around and said something.
But why?
He was calling her a hoe and going off. Then in his second round, I think it was his second round, he does it again, but he tries to rebuttal, like he tries to freestyle and talk about her. And the shit went flat as a motherfucker.
But why did he do that? What set him off, is man?
Because there was a few people, like even like the host, like Organic, and then they were turning around and they were just like, doing one of these to the back to cut down, and then that's what triggered the source to.
All right. Well, I know where you're going with that, Jay, and first I'll tell you this. All right, my woman ain't gonna be talking during no damn battle. That's number one.
Come on, DME.
She ain't talking during no battle. She gotta have respect. She knows better.
You gonna say that?
She would be mad at those people. How about this? When we were there at Blackout, it was happening, and she was disgusted with it. She's like, these people have no respect.
Like what? Like, when are you gonna follow my fucking wave? When I ask you,
hold on, I'm not done yet.
I'm not asking you about what your woman would do. I've met her. We was at the event.
That's not where I'm going with this. Hold on, let me finish. I'm not saying that. Now, what the story did, how he handled it was not cool. I didn't like it, and my thing is, when I'm saying she wouldn't do it, I'm just saying she wouldn't put herself in that position. Now, let's say I am in that position. All right. When Tesora does, now let's say she's with a dude, he puts that guy in the position to not want to have to confront the guy. All right. And I understand that because, you know, you don't want to look like a bitch now and da-da-da-da-da. Even if you don't even give a shit about it or not, if you understand what it was and maybe you get that she was like, you know, being because it's disrespectful to be doing that, man. Like to be talking in the background like that. Like you shouldn't do that. Now should that reaction be now? The only pass I'll give to Taurus is he's trying to do a rebuttal and it landed flat, and it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, even though he is he is very capable.
But he didn't just say it one time.
No, he said it a couple times. You're right, but he might have felt in his feelings because he's out here trying to do a performance. You know how Taurus has been a little bit lately. You know, he's had a few chokes lately, and you know, maybe he's a little bit up there. He's not too comfortable, and then you got people talking. And he just snapped, you know, and maybe he realized he snapped.
But why on her when she wasn't the only one talking?
Oh, see, I don't know. That's what I was asking. It was to a specific one person. There was a whole crowd or something.
She might have been the louder one, but I think that was for the moment. I think at that moment she was the louder one, and I think like Visuel say, I think he saw an opportunity to shake the room and tried too fucking hard. But the fact that before them bars, he kept saying, shut up, ho, and all of this. And again, Visuel, I want your opinion.
He knew her or not, or like knew of her. Or...
Matter of fact, I'm not even going to give my full opinion. I'm with that Visuel. You know.
But I'd like to know more of a backstory to it.
I just didn't like it. I think if he had done it on like a crowd, it wouldn't have hit just because there was no substance behind it. It was kind of like a call out it wasn't a bar, you know what I mean? It was just a simple shut up ho. Like, I don't know. It was like elementary to me.
But I'm not talking about it from that perspective, Visuel. I'm talking about you're there in the venue with the woman.
I mean, I wouldn't appreciate it. You know, like, I guess I wouldn't be in a position where I would let my woman be being all loud during a battle. Like he says, like I think we're covering that clause, so it's completely hypothetical. And at that point, I would say I would feel uncomfortable with somebody pointing out my date or something and making fun for the whole room to laugh at.
Basically, we would have nipped it in the butt before Satori even had a chance to say anything.
Yeah, but I guess the way that I'm going with this, because I understand where you guys are, is just I feel this way. I feel like you could have just asked her to shut the fuck up. You could have just said, yo, generally, yo, shut the fuck up, whatever. The fact, I think the wording and the approach bothered me. And the reason why it bothered me so much, first off, I think highly of Thesaurus. He's another one who it took time. Over the years, I've appreciated his work more. My issue is when we look at all of us, we go to events. We want to go. We want our money's worth. We want to be entertained. We want all of that. But we want to leave. We want to get back home safely. We want to go. We've seen dumb shit happen in battle rap. Unfortunately, dumb shit has happened in battle rap where things get out of hand. I think this is one of them situations where it's kind of provoking it because I didn't think all of that was necessary. And for me personally, and you guys know me and Thesaurus doesn't know me, you know, what I like to think, my woman isn't into battle rap. She's watched it a few times with me. You know, she's not like, and I say this respectfully, dear me, you know, your lady's into it. She's aware of some of the battle rappers. She has favorites. She might request to see a battle.
Yeah.
Right? My
Sure.
lady isn't, that's not where we at with it. But I don't care if she just came with me just to come with me. Let's just say my lady happened to, and I'm going to use my lady as an example because she's unaware. You understand? She's unaware of battle rap etiquette. I think that's the best way to put it. So if my lady was to turn around and say, I want another drink, or maybe, which happens with people, turn around, ask me to explain a bar or some shit. Would that warrant, yo, stop talking through my round?
Yeah, but I think you said it earlier though. You said it was happening all night, so it might have been a continuous thing with this one, and they kept telling her to stop. Like your lady's not gonna be doing that. She'll be doing it once, maybe.
And I agree.
You don't know the backstory of what happened there. You know, like all night.
Me, but here's what I'm saying. I think that me and Visuel, we're almost in a different position because me and Visuel don't go to battles with our woman. You understand? So, like for me, I'm just gonna speak for me. Had that been my woman, when he get off that stage, we got something to talk about. Because it was the choice of words, and then you try to get the crowd to go out, and I think that was some sucker shit. And again, I like Thesaurus. I'm pretty sure if he was to ever watch this, he wouldn't take kindly to what I said, but it's the truth. Had that been my woman, I would have approached him when he got off that stage. And what came out of his mouth next would have dictated what happened, because we can't have that. I don't think it was for all of that. And then, like you guys already acknowledged, you put someone in a bad situation.
Was there a man there?
I don't fucking know.
Maybe she was. I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
But I know if I was there with my woman, had that, this can't ride. I can't let that go. And then
it's probably just some Uchis in the corner, man. They were there making.
But dear me, don't do
Canada
that.
Girls.
Dear me, don't do that.
To Canada? I used to go to Canada all the time. They're crazy.
Don't do that.
They're crazy.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Hey, shut up.
That's not fair. If we could get at other guys for that, see, she's mad because you going against what I'm talking about. If we can go at guys for other unprofessional and stupid things that they do in battles or at an event, we got.
I feel like you're not placing any blame in her. Like you act like it doesn't matter. That nothing. Like
no, let me ask you something. You guys been to sporting events or events of different kind. You mean to tell me you've never talked through something or made a comment? Like I don't. Again,
you're assuming that's what they were doing all night. Like you don't know that. When I was at Blackout, bro, that's the whole point with Jeffrey, bro. That guy should have been punched in the face 17,000 times during that event. Maybe that's what you were doing. You know, I don't know.
So indirectly, you're gonna prove my point.
What do you mean?
There was other people talking through this shit. You never, with all the dudes who talked through it, you didn't say shit. You
all I'm saying is maybe there was some history there with her.
My thing is history or no history. It's about, especially for Thesaurus.
And I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying we don't know the history, like what really happened here.
I wouldn't care what the history is.
You're a veteran.
You're a professional. You're a veteran. And that ain't the way to go, especially when at the end of the day, you could have really started some shit. And then what you would have did, play the victim with somebody with a rock and shit.
Well, maybe because the courage.
He couldn't do that to my lady and then get off that stage and think I ain't addressing him. And if I think when I approach him about it, if I think that he's not, if I feel like he's playing me too, we already know where this is going. And my thing is, you think I'm the only one in this world who think like this? Like it was stupid. It was unprofessional. It was unnecessary. I don't give a fuck what she was saying over there, unless she was throwing shit in. I just don't think all that hoe and all that extra shit. Because again, he didn't say it one time. He doubled and tripled down on that shit. Like that's wrong, man. That's wrong. It's not cool, man. That whole shit could have went a whole other way, man. For real.
I blame Head Ice for everything. I do. Because if he was there, they wouldn't have went last. Chilla and Head Ice would have went. The passport. Passport sweat. Oh, my God. And I got a beef with Thesaurus with this right here. So we can transition right into it. Last segment. Listen. Head Ice and Chilla Jones doesn't go down. It doesn't happen. Why? It's the title match. What do you mean it's not happening? What do you mean it's not happening? Why isn't it happening? The champ. All right, we got enough time. The champ. All right, the Toronto champ has water. Listen. You want? I got more. I think what Thesaurus did by defending this was worse than what you're complaining about here. So here's my issue. Yeah. Because he goes on Twitter. He went on Twitter thesaurus at I don't know his handle. You know it, Joel. Follow him because he's always getting blocked for no reason. But or de-Twitterized. But Head Ice in the morning, they're like, well, Head Ice, we can. It's gonna not happen. Why? Well, he couldn't get across the border. Shocker, you know. And then why couldn't he get across the border? People are asking, what happened? What's going on? Well, Head Ice had water damage to his passport, and he couldn't go. And everyone was like, well, that what kind of excuse is that? Thesaurus, to defend the situation, literally says the picture was so bad it didn't even look like it was him.
No, he said it didn't look like.
Prior to that, he said, how would he not know? How would he know it wouldn't work?
He said it didn't look human.
Didn't look human. Right before that, they said, how can you blame him? He didn't. How would he know that water damage? They wouldn't let him across the border. Then, in defense of that, he said it didn't look like he was human. If he knew his passport looks that bad, how do you think he was going to get across the border? Then, of course, you got to blame him. You could have expedited. When did this happen? He must have been skinny dipping with Calico the night before and got water damage to his passport. That's probably what happened, right? Because did it happen right before? When did this water damage happen? To me, it's always something, all right? If there was no history of this, and this is like the first or second time something so stupid like this happens, then it's like, all right, man, but come on, man, this happens too much, too often. It's the lack of professionalism in battle rap that I've been talking about, all right? This wouldn't be acceptable in any other form of entertainment, all right? People get fired over this. They get, you're done. This can't happen. All right, what do you mean? This is important. Like, we're having a lot is at stake here. We're live. We're on pay-per-view, live TV. And, yeah, some things are going to happen. But, bro, he lives in New York. How far is the border? You can do a dry run. You know, I can go right now and see if I can get to Canada with whatever ID I got and turn right back. The border's 10 minutes from my house. Like
exactly 10 minutes.
Where New York's border is right there. How far is it?
That's like 5
hours. Fuck out of here. That shit's like 8 to 10 hours from us.
No, it's not 8
like
to 10.
5.
Yes, it is.
The whole New York?
My man.
It borders on it.
Fucking crazy. Yo, you better go look that up, man.
Okay. Okay, so what? Regardless, that's another point.
Right.
That's adding on. I'm adding on to points that I don't even need to. I've already built the case. So water damage, all right, unless it happened the 2 or 3 days prior to it happening, he should have been more proactive is my point. And I think he should be stripped of the chain, hold a tournament, all right, for the new champion. Let's start fresh. The decade's over. New champ, start the new decade, all right? Sorry, it happens in MMA all the time. People get stripped of their titles because they're doing stupid stuff. We're going to start doing it in battle rap.
Nah. Shit happens. The title match didn't go down. You know, it's going to be
I give up. Battle rap's dead.
Rescheduled for London on KOTD's.
Since when can you defend the title in London? When did this start? Another new precedent we're setting. Go ahead. I know the King of the Dot chain rules.
That was a great point. Now
all of a sudden it's being why? Because it's the rematch?
Well, you got to make up for it. You got to make it up.
I know I'm being funny, but it's just
But it was a great point. I thought it was a great question. It was a great point.
It's just come on, man. I think we should. I would strip him. I really would.
I'm not stripping him. Pause. I ain't stripping him.
Because we need tournaments, man. We need something, man. This is boring. I'm getting bored.
You're wrong about the MMA part. That lets me know you don't watch MMA.
They never strip their champions of their titles?
After a long list of shit.
A long list
of shit. So stop it. This was guys who was champions 2 years and kept having issues, and then they finally got stripped. Stop it.
Okay, has an MMA fighter ever not been able to show up at a fight in that day of?
Due to injury.
No, just some stupid shit like passport issue.
Not a passport.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, injury, of course, but it doesn't happen anywhere else, man. It's just battle rap.
I ain't even mad at it. I mean, the decade. I mean,
I was a little mad.
It should have happened, but at this point, it was a good event with or without the fucking title match, and hey, we'll see it eventually. You know, not that.
I don't think that's really fair, Visuel.
I don't give a shit about the fucking battle, anyways.
So if Hollow John John got canceled, you would have been mad at it?
Gonna hear head ice head.
Huh? Because you weren't excited for the battle. Am I not wrong on that?
I wasn't. No.
You wasn't. Okay. Well,
I don't care if you're excited or not. I think that everyone has a right to be upset. I don't think that everyone has a right to overreact. And see, here's the thing.
What I do.
Hold on. So here's the thing. I felt like it's this chain has not been defended, man, this year, right? This chain has not been defended. So that's my problem with this. And even more so, I also think that it's not fair to your opponent.
When was Cortez in at ice? That wasn't earlier this year? Or was that last year?
No, that was last year. It got dropped this year, correct?
Went a whole year without defending this?
Yeah, remember, he had the only event King of the Dot officially had was Mass.
And he had NEMS. Yeah, because it wasn't in Canada. This is
NEMS, but that wasn't for the chain.
And the only Canadian pay-per-view they had was the Gulliganic 2. And you don't have champion matches on that.
There was no champion match. So
that's a rookies versus vets thing. They don't ever have title matches on that.
Yeah,
so
this is what I'm saying.
It's supposed to be defended in Toronto, so that's why there was been no. If what was it? What was that? Was it World Dom Toronto? Was that was in January? I think, wasn't it? Or no? No, or that was last year.
It was last year. It was like the end of the year, some shit. Him and Cortez, and the point is he ain't defend that title this year.
Regardless, it's been about a year. Regardless,
yeah, and
it'll be over a year no matter what. When he does
disaster, the end of the year events.
It wasn't either way. It wasn't fair to Chilla, and to me, bigger is the fans who paid hotels and everything to be there for that. Like
just like Averb didn't show up to see Sharon battle that when I was there, he didn't show up. That's why Ponce wanted to go. She literally only went to see Sharon versus Averb, and he didn't show up because he couldn't get in across the border. She was very upset.
Okay, right? Now, like, all right, I know you're so worried about what she's upset about, but the whole thing is this: I'm with her in a sense of, and I said this about multiple people in battle rap when they do sucker shit like this. There are people who specifically paid to see you. I have paid to see specific people. When we think of King of the Dot Match 4, I went there because of my favorites was on the card. It was my first time, and that's what I really paid for. And I paid to be able to be around my homeboys and for us to, for the first time, be able to do shit around, be at an event together. Overall, I feel for the people who paid hotel and plane tickets, all this shit for that. That's what bothers me first. Secondly, what bothers me is Chilla. I'm pretty sure he's more than prepared for this. He probably over-prepared for this. Do I think the water damage shit happens? The only thing that could go through my mind is that before I travel, airplane or otherwise, the night before, I do put everything I need on the fucking table to make sure. Because my table, as you guys can see, is right next to my fucking house. So I put everything right here so I don't forget important shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking maybe that's what happened. Somebody might have spilled something. It could happen right here in my house. But other than that,
online were saying he was ducking. He wasn't ready.
Well, my thing is,
believe that?
I don't believe that, but I don't know. I don't believe it, but I don't know.
Do you agree?
Who can say that definitively? Who can say that definitively?
Nobody. I'm just saying. And did you agree with me when I said I
rarely agree with you.
Huh?
I said I rarely agree with you.
Wait, what was my point, man? You took head ice. What were we talking about? Head ice.
Ice head.
Chilla. Hey, can we get a Chilla Jones head ice? What could have been bar from you?
Yeah, visual.
Aaron. Hollow. I can't go back, man. John was terrible in that first round. My bad.
All right, guys. I got 2% left on my phone.
All right, man. I can't remember what I was gonna ask, but no big deal. Probably nothing.
Yeah. And Visuel's fixing his bangs on his hoodie. That's a problem for me. But listen,
I gotta go too. So.
salute to everybody rocking with us. As always, dear me, salute to you, sir, for pissing me off most of the time.
Joel pissed you off more today than I did.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Like, my heart won't let me accept that. That's crazy. Visuel out here looking like Assassin's Creed, pissing me off. Salute to everybody who rock with us, man. Thank you for always supporting us.
Salute to y'all, and if you give a damn, you can subscribe to my channel, Battle Rap Boutique on YouTube.
Why not? You got a dope channel.
Subscribe to Jay Legend, Battle Rap Opinions. Give me a thumbs up, because this gang is on the move.
This is the officially banned blogger by the URL, Battle Rap Boutique. The official. Yeah. I'm just kind of banned. He's officially banned.
Yeah.
My conspiracy says I'm banned.
URL blackballed me, so you know what?
Salute to them.
Life keeps going. We move on.
All right, guys. Salute to everybody.
All right, y'all. Be cool, man.
Salute.
Salute.
Fuck up out of here, nigga.